What's up guys, welcome to another gardening video on my channel. My name is Spunks. The sun is out, the birds are chirping, so I thought I'd do a nice gardening video. So today's gonna be more of a vlog type video, just doing things around the garden. So basically I want to plant some of the winter and autumn crops since we're approaching autumn, or we in autumn. I'm not really sure, but I want to plant some of those crops. And also I need to do some maintenance, I need to trim some things, I need to get rid of other things, and yeah, I need to take some things out of the garden. So I'm gonna give you some tips along the way, so just follow along. And if you do like, guys, just do me a little favor, if you do like, just smash that like, and it will give me a little smile on my face. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoy, and yeah man, let's just do the things. Let's do what it gotta do. Okay guys, so first things first, there's a bit of an invasion of a plant due to my mistakes. So as you can see, let me do here, as you can see here, there's a marigold, right? So I thought that I would take out some of the other marigolds that I have in the garden, just so that it doesn't look too populated. And so these are the little marigolds that now I have taken out, and then they're dying off. But the problem now is that basically all the seeds now they're growing again. As you can see here, they're growing again. So I need to take these and dispose of them because I don't want more marigold. So yeah, that's the first task, man. And then we can actually plant some things in these areas. And as you can see, I've literally I've scattered them all around the garden. So it's a bit much. It's a bit much for me to actually like now get rid of. I've literally scattered them everywhere in the garden. I thought I would use them as a mulch, but yeah, that's not gonna work. So if you need an example of this, like, look at the seeds. These are the seeds of marigold, and they're very small. Like, I mean, look at this. They will scatter everywhere, really. So yeah man, I think I'm gonna have a bit of an invasion, so I need to stop that right now. Here guys, update. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. So I've basically taken out all of the marigolds, all of the dead marigolds, and also weeded some of the stuff that needed to be weeded. Here we have some of the stuff here as well. So all I'm doing now is cleaning up some of the leaves that are in the garden, and then I'm gonna use those leaves as a mulch. So yeah, I'm in the process of that, and that's why I'm sweating like this. I'm almost done. I'm almost like halfway done. And yeah guys, I'll keep you updated. Guys, I just finished sweeping the leaves. Guys, shout out to the gardeners, fam. Shout out to the gardeners. Shout out to you guys. Shout outs. Here are the bags with leaves. This is all the leaves that I was able to collect. And now what we're gonna do is put it in the garden. Woo! Look how pretty that is. Say that's pretty. Put in the comments pretty. Yeah guys, so I started putting on some leaves, and I wanted to give a little bit of a tip. So also I'm gonna do a little time lapse so that you can see me putting on the leaves. With the strawberries. With the strawberries, I think it's important not to cover the crown of the strawberry here when you are in that, just so that it doesn't hinder the growth of the strawberries. And with the leaves, when you're putting it on, it's a bit hard to kind of avoid putting it on. So yeah, that's just a tip that I would have, that just to avoid stunting the growth of the strawberries. But I've done here I've done here. See, I need to trim this still. I've done a bit here, and I've done here. So yeah, there's still a long bit to go, and you'll see that. Enjoy. So now that's done, I'm tired. Okay, so just a few little tips in terms of mulching. I would say it has to be a bit thick, just so that grass and stuff doesn't grow back. So just a little bit thick. I don't really know how much to say. Just go with your gut, I would say. And then also, I would avoid things like grass, because that I feel like, or unless it's grass cuttings, but like if you're just gonna put grass, it's just gonna grow again. So I would avoid things like grass, and then also just any weeds that grow, I would avoid them, just because I think they would grow back again. And then make sure that you water after you have um, put the leaves on, because I'm sure with the wind and with everything, they will be prone to fly away and stuff. So those are kind of the tips that I would go with. Yeah, man. I think we'll do the seeding tomorrow, and then I need to trim some of the stuff. We'll do that tomorrow. So yeah, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably now even, but for me it'll be tomorrow. I just wanted to show you the mulch and just how pretty it looks. I didn't have any more leaves to put, so this is what we had to make with, and I just think it looks much prettier. Yeah, man. Yeah. Sure, guys. So as you can see here, we have some comfrey. Yeah, so I'm gonna trim some comfrey. By the way, it's day 2. Yeah, you know what it do. So yeah, I'm gonna trim some comfrey, and then scatter these leaves around in the garden, because they're a good resource. If you don't know, I like using comfrey just to scatter it or put it in some water and soaking it in that water, and then using it to water the garden. So yeah, man, comfrey, great resource just for like adding some nutrients to the garden. I think I'm gonna scatter it around the parts where I didn't have enough leaves. So I'm just gonna put it as another cover. Another thing that's growing a lot in the garden is some sage, and this one just grows uncontrollably. So I'm gonna also cut this and then scatter them around the garden as well. If you guys have any tips on what I could do with sage, I would truly love it, because I mean it's growing like crazy. So I would love to know what other uses I can use for sage. Now this is what we have left of the sage, and I just scattered it around the garden, as you can see, and hopefully we'll add some nutrients. Now the some lemon balm, and then we're gonna be planting some seeds. I'm excited. So yeah, guys, what I would say with trimming of any herb or the comfrey, I would say use it at your own, trim at your own discretion, however much you want to use. I would also say that the more you trim, the more growth the more growth is going to be. And also, one tip is don't take it out of its root. That's the only tip I can say. In terms of like trimming, that just don't take it out of its root, unless you just want it permanently out of your garden. But like for me, if you look at the lemon balm, I literally took out everything, but I made sure that I kept the roots intact. As you can see, the little pieces here of lemon balm, and I just kept the root intact. And look how much, we have so much like lemon balm. So yeah, one thing about lemon balm is that it grows really aggressively. So I would definitely say take precaution and maybe have like a section that you just primarily grow lemon balm there, and just have it in that, because if you're gonna grow it in other spaces, it might crowd out certain things. Or maybe if you want to have like tomatoes and then underneath you can grow the lemon balm, I think that would be a cool idea. So yeah, man, in terms of just herbs and and things that just grow very aggressively, just take precaution, or even you can grow them in containers, just to contain excuse the pun, just to contain them into a certain space, and then you can trim it in that way. Yeah, man. So now the exciting part, we're about to grow some seeds. Yeah, guys, I'm excited. So yeah, let's go. So yeah, guys, first thing we're gonna plant is some lavender. Hope you can see that. We're gonna plant some lavender. Lavender has been giving me some problems when I've tried to grow it in the ground. So in the instructions it says that I should be growing it in containers. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. And yeah, we have here, and I like this little thing, it's gonna be cutie how I'm gonna be growing it. And also another little tip is, I've seen this thing from Justin Rhodes, and how they start seeds. They literally just poke holes in here. I don't know if you can see, probably, but here there's a hole here and there's a hole here, and then you just plant in there. And then you don't cover or anything. You just let it grow like that. So you just leave the seeds in there, and it will grow. So this is a new thing that I'm going to be trying. So we'll see if it works together. The lavender seeds are pretty small, so I've put in a lot more than just one in these, just to see if it will actually work. And then we just leave it like that and see what happens. Just a caution also, when you're watering, make sure that it's like a sprinkle, and not like just a flood of water. It must be sprinkled, like just a spray of water. It must just be a spray of water, just to make sure that the seeds don't also shift around too much. And yeah, man, I think everything should be okay then. Yeah, guys, so in this patch I've grown, or let me say I've planted some basil. As you can see from that, you see the way the spoon is there, and then there's one on that side. There's a spoon there, just so that I know where they are. I've grown basil here because I think this is gonna be my tomato patch. This is gonna be where I just grow tomatoes here. And I think basil is a good companion plant for tomatoes. So I think it will be a nice place. I'll have some basil, sage, and some more basil there. And then, guys, also, if you look, let me show you. So if you look here, there's some tomatoes growing. and they're in a clump like this, because I literally grew them from the old tomatoes like this. So these tomatoes are the ones that fell off the tomatoes earlier in the season. So I was wondering if you guys would like to see how you can grow tomatoes from tomatoes. You know, because I also now, I think this will be a separate video, but I think I also have to separate these tomatoes. And as you can see, there's a lot. There's just a bunch all come together. But I think there'll be a separate video where I actually just separate them and make them into their own thing. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. You know, put it in the comments, like, do some, just, you know, try and do something just to let me know that, you know, you want to see some tomatoes, how I grew tomatoes from tomatoes. Okay guys, so here's gonna be my cabbage patch. Here I've put in some cabbage. The variety is called drumhead, so I know that they're pretty big, so I've separated them in, you know, I don't know, I'm not really good with the measurements and centimeters and whatnot, so I just kind of guessed how far they should be. In this patch I added 6, so hopefully they all have enough space to grow. We'll just, I guess we'll see how they actually grow. Oh, and another tip is that you shouldn't be growing into the leaves. You should like separate the leaves like I did here. You should just separate them and then plant in the ground. Okay, so in this patch we're gonna have some lettuce. I'm gonna do 2 varieties of lettuce. So that's why I've also like had a little section. I've sectioned it out. So this side we're gonna do some little gem, all right, and then in this side we're gonna do Lola Rosa. I've tried to grow Lola Rosa and it didn't work out, and I think it was just because I didn't water as much, or I didn't give it the attention that it needed. I'm gonna try again, and even this time I'm gonna try and do it in straight rows, so that, you know, it looks pretty, you know. So yeah, this is gonna be my method. I haven't tried the string method of just having a string, and then I think that for me it feels like a lot more work. So you know, I'm lazy, you know. So I think the best way is just to have like a little plank, just to have a plank, and then just having it in a straight way and then growing it around that plank. So yeah, I'll take you through it and then we'll see. In this one I tried just I planted the seed and then I covered it with a bit of soil just to be safe, and then on this side I did the Justin Rhodes method of just putting the seed in the hole and just having it be in that hole, and then I think it will be a little experiment to see which one better germinates, and I think that'll be interesting to actually see which one has a higher success rate. The only thing that I'm a bit afraid of with the Justin Rhodes method is that there might be birds that just come in and just snatch up these seeds easily. So that's the only thing. But yeah, we'll see. Look at the bee doing what the bee does. Beautiful. So here I wanted to grow something different, and I thought Chinese cabbage chihili would be a cool idea. So here we go, and I've just planted two of them, just to see, you know, how it grows and how it tastes, and we'll see. And then guys, here I've grew some spinach. Here's my spinach patch. You can even see some baby spinach here. Guys, baby spinach really grows really quickly. If you didn't see my other video on the fast growing the vegetables, baby spinach is definitely one. So here I planted just a normal, here this is a normal bright lights spinach. So I planted 4, and yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed. Yeah man, so just a day in my life of just a little gardening there. Yeah, so if you guys like this type of like vloggy type things, maybe I can just do like shorter ones and just do tips in between. If you like this type of format, let me know. Like the video, and also just like the video if you like my gardening stuff, so I know that we're my gardeners. And yeah guys, I'm gonna leave you with me watering, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Love, peace. Grow something. Just do it and grow something.
Ngizwabe ngishebela